All right, everybody, welcome to tonight's Discover Arbonne Zoom meeting. I am so glad you are here to join us. And for those of you who are our guests, I would love for you to thank the person who invited you to listen to or watch this call tonight, because they think highly of you and they want to do more life with you and spend more time with you, and they think you have good positive qualities to possibly join them in this business. And while I'm talking tonight with our presentation, just take to heart what I'm saying, and maybe this is a fit for you, maybe it's not, and that's okay. I just love to give everybody the full information, so then they have an educated, the education to make a decision for themselves, which is wonderful. So introductions. Hi, I'm Teresa Thomas. I am an area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. I was introduced to Arbonne a little over 4.5 years ago. I was introduced by way of a really good friend of mine, and how I was introduced was she invited me to what we call her Arbonne launch party, or her grand opening party. And basically that's just one of her first training presentations. I was really resistant, to be honest. I in no way was interested in the business at that time, and was really fearful that she was going to pressure me into buying product. A, I was really broke, and B, I was kind of stuck up about product. Not that I was snobby about brands. I actually bought all my product at the grocery store, but at that point I thought that was good enough, and I didn't want anybody to tell me otherwise. So I was very resistant, but she became a really dear friend, and I'm grateful for that friendship, because I fear that I may not have gone if I wasn't just doing her a favor. And going to that presentation really changed the course of my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but it really did. And I'm grateful that I felt obligated to go. So if any of you feel obligated to be here and listening to this tonight, who knows what the whole future holds for you. I hope you do learn something, but I'm not here to pressure you in any way at all. So don't even worry, you can kind of just totally sneak out or log out if you need to. And this isn't about any forceful sales or pressure like that. So when I went to that presentation, two things really surprised me. I learned a lot about the product, and I learned a lot about how naive I was as a consumer. I had no idea what I was putting on my skin, what I've been putting on my skin for years, and all the different harmful ingredients that were harmful to me. I had no idea that what you put on your body can get into your body. I was totally blown away by that. So, and during that presentation, I did try to hold firm to the idea that I wasn't going to buy any product. I was, very disgruntled and grumpy in the back, and, my arms crossed, and I was really, I really didn't, at that point, I wasn't in a good mindset. So, but I went ahead, and after all the information, I did go ahead and buy the acne care set, because that was one problem I was still dealing with into my late 30s. So I did go home after that, though, and I looked at all the rest of my products that we had, and I realized very quickly that the education I learned was very powerful. And I couldn't, in any clear conscience, let my husband or my children use the products that we had been using anymore. And so, lo and behold, I called up my friend and started to purchase Arbonne products to replace what we were already using with the healthier replacements. Another thing that happened during that presentation is she asked the group, where are you going to be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing? And honestly, I'd never asked myself that question before. I'd asked myself the question, where do you want to be in 5 years? And at that time, where I wanted to be was happy in my dream house with my husband, about to become empty nesters, affording college tuitions for my girls easily, and then all these other things I envisioned in my life. And at that point, I was 36. Where was I going to be? That was definitely a big old fat different question. If I was going to stay doing exactly what I was doing at that time, I was going to be in the exact same position 5 years down the line. We had lost a house in the market crash. We were renting not the very best house at that time, and our savings were bone dry, and we were very much in debt, and college tuitions for the girls were actually non-existent. I was a stay-at-home mom. We decided to homeschool, so that left my husband as the main breadwinner, and we were very much living paycheck to paycheck. And this is what our 5 years down the road still look like. And I couldn't see any giant leaps or bounds for either of us that was going to take place over the next 5 years. So in 5 years, I was still going to be struggling to make ends meet, and I realized very quickly that I needed to do something different if I wanted something different. So that's where I had to kind of brush off the chip off my shoulder for a second and really take a look at why this opportunity was dropped into my lap. At the time, it was dropped into my lap. And why was I kept thinking about this so much? And why do I want a different future for my family? And so and I also had to get over the big hurdle of network marketing, because that was a big one for me. I kept thinking that, I didn't want to be a salesperson. I always thought about the old, 70s and 80s network marketing companies, the whole pyramid thing. I was busy. I was busy with homeschooling the girls and the girls' activities of 4-H and dance and soccer and art classes and all the other stuff. I didn't think I knew anybody. I didn't have time. I had zero money. I had 1,000 hesitations and basically just excuses. But I really want to know is why, or what if this would actually make money? How much could you really make it as this an income? Is it income replacement, or is it just fun money, sticking your purse and going to the mall? So I really had to dive into network marketing and learn about that. And I encourage you to really take heart of when I go through the presentation, so you can maybe lose some of those misconceptions that you might have about what network marketing really is. And I'm really glad that I did the research and did the legwork and educated myself about what network marketing is and it isn't. So, but basically I learned that if I just stuck with it, if I just could stick with it and I could just figure it out and work out how to do it and just not quit, the payoff was going to be much bigger than any job or 9-to-5 that I could have gone out and gotten. And with my experience, I can tell you the number one thing holding people back from achieving really awesome success in network marketing is that they quit. And so that's where I wasn't going to do. So after diving in and working my business, slowly but surely, we were able to get out of debt. We purchased our forever dream house that I'm sitting in now. We got those college funds back on track. I've got a daughter off in Chicago and another one about to head off to San Francisco next year. So we're really proud of that, and we're proud that we're able to do that for them. And mainly, we're able to just release that ever-present financial stress that hung over our household. Those 5-year dreams and visions were really starting to play out in a way that I really wish they would have, but they never would have if I didn't make a change. So that's my journey and how I was introduced to this and what it has been able to do for me. I really feel like the business is the biggest blessing that we have in Arbonne, but I'm going to go ahead and shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about the business or the company itself, the products, and then switch over to a little bit more about the business opportunity and how it could work for you. So let me go ahead and share my screen here with you guys. Okay. So I love this first screen, Discover Arbonne. Are you ready to make a change? And that's what I was. I was really ready to make a change 5 years ago. And like I said before, if I needed to do something different if I was going to get something different out of my life. The basics of Arbonne. We've been around a long time. We're actually 36 years old this year. So back in 1980, we were founded by this wonderful Norwegian, Petter Mark. He created Arbonne from the get-go with the standard of pure, safe, and beneficial before it was trendy like it is today. Back when we were supersizing and aquanetting our hair and, crazy toxic blue eyeshadows and stuff that we were doing to our bodies, Petter had a vision that we needed to be more environmentally friendly, more body friendly, pure ingredients, natural ingredients, safer products for ourselves and our family. We have cutting edge research and development. We are top notch in that category. We have the most passionate culture of independent consultants. If you ever been around a group of Arbonne consultants, we just emit this positivity and this energy, and we want to have everybody come in and experience that. It's a global opportunity. We started our global expansion 10 years ago with Canada, but we are just at the beginning of a global explosion. We're actually launching in 2 new countries this year, and I'll talk about that at the back end of the presentation. So we are, even though we've been around for 36 years, we are still ground floor opportunity. And so this is amazing, amazing business opportunity. We have an amazing generous compensation plan, a willable business, which is unheard of in any type of marketplace, and the state-of-the-art distribution and support centers. Us as consultants, we don't have to stock any product. The company does it for us. It ships straight from the manufacturer to the end consumer, and it is wonderful. The products itself, the products are amazing. They're second to none. We have plant-based formulations. We are pH correct and hypoallergenic. We are vegan certified, dermatologist tested, which is different from dermatologist approved. We are clinically proven. All of our products are tested third party to prove their efficacy. They've never been tested on animals, and we never will, and we refuse to go into countries that do require animal testing. And we're built on a Swiss heritage, which means we adhere to European standards, which are much stricter than the US standards. Our products, one thing is important to know what's in our products, but another thing is to know what's not in our products. And what we don't formulate with is gluten. If you have a gluten sensitivity, you've got to be careful about what you put on your skin too. And none of our products, from our nutrition line all the way to our skincare and hair care, nothing has gluten. Nothing has petrolatum, which is a mineral oil, which is a byproduct of the petroleum industry, and you don't want that anywhere near your skin. Again, we don't have any animal products or byproducts. We're formaldehyde-free, no chemical dyes and fragrances in our nutrition line, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. And a big one is no parabens and phthalates. Parabens are a really big one for me because they mimic estrogen in the body, and so many skincare products out there contain parabens. And with the onset and the expansion or the rapid increasing of a lot of cancers now, and a lot of cancers in women, the leading cancers in women are estrogen driven. So we want to make sure we don't put anything in our body that is going to mimic estrogen or increase estrogen in our bodies. And so we don't formulate with parabens or phthalates at all. What's great about Arbonne is we have a wide range of consumable products. We don't market just to one demographic. We have products from babies to baby boomers. We have skincare for men, women, all different skin types. We have nutrition products, which are out of this world, life-changing. We have sun protection. We do have cosmetics, bath and body. We have a great spa line, and definitely for hair. So we have products for men and women across the board. We say if you have skin, you have hair, or you eat, we've got something for you. And this is great that they're consumable, so when somebody runs out, they will need to repurchase. Again, I mentioned before is that we do all clinical testing. We do third-party testing, and we are proud of our RE9 Advanced Skincare line. It's our flagship skincare line, and for many, many years, we have been tested against the #1 department store brand, and we're talking prestige skincare here, guys. This are the things that are on the counters that you're having, to pay, $1,000 for a set. This is comparable, and so actually we have beat the #1 department store brand and the other leading network marketing brand as well for many years. And we do third-party testing. We have all the results to show that we have done that. So we're very proud of that. Also on the other spectrum, we like to get healthy from the outside and the inside. And in the inside, we have a 30 Days to Healthy Living program where we do private coaching and nutrition and health coaching. And we teach people how to reduce the number of toxins that we ingest and increase the body's way of eliminating the toxins that are already there. So I love that we've got that program. And in line with that program, we have a full line of nutrition, all dairy, soy, and gluten-free, so you don't have any of those high inflammatory ingredients in there. They're vegan certified, they're even kosher certified, they're non-GMO, the purest, safest, most beneficial, and most bioavailable and absorbable products on the market. And again, they don't contain any artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. Now, why Arbonne and why now? Well, one, I touched on this before, there's consumable products. I love other network marketing companies. I've got great friends that are in network marketing companies. I buy a lot of stuff from other network marketers, but some of the products I will only buy once until they break, and then I might buy it again. Well, with Arbonne, we have consumable products. So let's say once you're done with your bottle of shampoo, you're not going to be like, well, that was fun. I shampooed my hair for a couple months and now I'm done. No, you're going to order shampoo again. And that's what, this is a great business model, because once you have you have this long-term relationship with your consumers, and once they reorder, you are linked to them and you start getting this residual income month after month, year after year. When they place their orders. Demand for health and wellness. Like I said, the supersizing and the aqua knitting and all the that type of lifestyle stuff is on the way out, thankfully. So the demand for health and wellness is here, and it's to stay. We are wanting to look better, feel better, and live longer now. And so everyone's getting out there, getting more active, more healthy. They're paying attention to what they're eating and what they're doing to their bodies. So that is a huge industry. Ability to leverage time. As an Arbonne consultant, you can build a team, and as a team, as you're training and teaching and training other consultants to do what you do, you are getting compensated on their hours as well. So the normal hours of an Arbonne consultant is about 10 to 15 hours a week. Well, if you're training another person to do 10 to 15 hours a week, you're also getting paid on their hours. So you can see the more team members you have, the more time you're able to be paid on hundreds of hours of work for only your 10. And I love waking up in the morning and seeing that I made money while I slept. Internet business. Well, we're right here on the internet. I'm talking to you through cyberspace. Internet is not going away. Technology is here. It's just going to keep getting better and better and getting more and more technology in our lives. And Arbonne is great. We're almost 100% paperless company. The only thing we have in paper is our catalog. Everything is done online, and you can do it, the whole business, by just on your smartphone. So this is amazing business, and you have a total global business at the touch of your fingertips, which is great. A traditional business model, this is where I had to learn what network marketing really was and what it wasn't. A traditional business model. We have, let's go back to that shampoo I talked about. When you go to the store and pick that shampoo up off the counter, it first had to be made at a manufacturer, and then it had to go to a wholesaler, and then it had to be put on a truck and go to the warehouse, and then be put on a truck and go to the sales force and get the advertising and all of that, and then it gets put on a truck to go to the retailers, and then you finally get your hands on it and check out. Well, as you can see, all of those steps will take lots of time, and each step, everybody wants a piece of the pie. So the product has to be marked up in cost over and over and over and over again. So a traditional company, they have to start with very inexpensive, cheap ingredients, so that after it gets marked up all those spaces, it is actually affordable for you to buy off the shelf. And two, a lot of time has to go into moving from manufacturer to consumer. And sometimes with beauty care and skincare and all that, it can take 6 years by the time it goes from the manufacturer to the end consumer. And so, of course, they have to put in a lot of heavy chemical preservatives. and yucky stuff that you don't want anywhere near your skin. And also with a traditional business model, is high investment. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have employees you have to deal with and payroll, long hours. Your business owns you. You don't really own the business. It's just a lot of high risk. Now, this is what network marketing really is. All it is a different distribution method. We make the product at Arbonne. We are the manufacturer, and it goes through the Arbonne consultant to the end consumer. And actually, 99% of the time, a consultant doesn't even touch the product. As a consumer, you get your own private account online. You shop online. It ships straight to the manufacturer, right to your doorstep in about 3 to 5 business days. And as you can see, with that, there's no middlemen. There's absolutely no middlemen. And so one, we can start with a high quality premium ingredient to start with. And we don't have to pay for any advertising. We don't have to do any of that wasteful money. And so when it gets to you, which is at a great value for the premium product that we're providing, any of the extra money goes to pay the consultants and to go back into formulation. So we stay cutting edge, we stay high quality, and it is just a beautiful distribution system. Also, like I said, consultants do not have to stock or deliver. They're consumable products, so your clients will repeat order over and over again, and you can build a wonderful team and leverage your time. So you can get your time freedom back. So with Arbonne, this is a simple method of what we do as consultants. We teach people to switch their brands. Everybody uses products. The average person uses between 5 and 35 personal care and nutrition products a day. All we're teaching and training people to do is to switch from what they're already using to a safer, healthier alternative. And you save. By doing that, we have great discount programs that you can save 20 to 50% every time you order, and you'll probably be spending less than you're spending right now, because you'll realize the premium quality of this product will last longer, and you'll get better benefits out of it. And then 3 is we earn personal commissions and overrides by selling these products to people, building a team, and teaching others to do what we just did. So, and here's the market share data, which I absolutely love to look at. We are in just the middle of the biggest market share globally, from anti-aging to nutrition to cosmetics. I mean, anti-aging is an $80 billion industry. Organic makeup is a $300 million industry. Men's skincare is $230 million. So we've got products in all of these markets. And so the combined market share that we can tap into is absolutely astronomical. And what I touched on at the beginning is we're a global opportunity. So we've been around for 36 years. We started our global expansion 10 years ago into Canada. We're also in the United Kingdom, in Australia. We launched into Poland fall of 2014, and we are going to be launching into New Zealand this June and in Taiwan at the end of this year. And I know that starting next year, we are probably going to be adding multiple countries every year. And so from just your $79 consultant sign up, you can have an immediate global business, a multi-million or billion-dollar company right away. So here's a compensation plan, which I absolutely fell in love with. I had looked at other compensation plans before, and I have not found anyone that beats ours. So there's 7 avenues of income, from 15 to 35% commissions, bonuses, overrides from our team's sales volume, Mercedes-Benz program, which I'll get into in a little bit, which is really exciting, life insurance benefits, travel opportunities across the globe, and monthly campaigns and incentive programs at the team level and at the corporate level. So with Arbonne, it's really simple. There's just 4 levels of success. And district manager is the first level. It takes an average of 1 to 5 months to get to district manager. but it's everyone's has their own journey, and some do it take a little bit longer, or some people just do it in that 1 month quick time frame. District manager, the monthly income is about $240 to $1,500 a month. And that could be absolutely life-changing. $240 a month, I know that changed my life at the beginning when I first went to district manager. That's a car payment, that's groceries. $1,500 could be actually income replacement for somebody that is out in the workforce doing a 9 to 5. Area manager is the second level of management, and I love this one when I got here. It's a willable business at this time. So if anything should happen to me, my children could step right into my shoes and start running my business as if I never left, or my family could still receive my commission, forever. And I've never known of any company to offer this, corporate or other network marketing or anywhere. So this area manager level is a very special level for me. It takes an average of 5 to 11 months to get there. And your monthly income can range between $1,200 and $3,000 a month. And this is where, like, our financial burdens definitely were able to be lifted. And I was so excited. I mean, this is income replacement. I mean, you can leave a 60, 70 hour week job and, just at the area manager level. The third level of success is a regional vice president. And this one's really exciting because it's called our Mercedes-Benz level. It's where, along with your monthly income, they give you an $800 a month stipend to go and pay for your very own Mercedes of your choice. It just needs to be white, and I think 5 years or newer. So that's exciting to get to that. Average time to position is 1 to 3 months on average, and the monthly income can range anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. So that can almost be a double income replacement. So a lot of consultants retire their spouses at this level, which is really exciting to think about. The fourth level is national vice president. You get even a bigger Mercedes-Benz stipend. It takes an average of 3 to 5 years. And I'm going to slow down when I say this number. The average monthly income is $21,500. Now, that's not yearly income, that's per month. And this is what just blows my mind thinking about that figure. I don't even know what I do with a monthly check of $21,000. This is where all of your financial burdens are definitely put away, and then you can really look at giving back, whether it's local into your community or global. We've got tons and tons of consultants, national vice presidents that give back. They are in Africa funding orphanages or building homes for people in Haiti that are still affected by the earthquake from 6 years ago. This is where you can just really spread your wings and then make all of your dreams come true for you and your community and for all the people you love. And this is where, the sky is the limit. And which is great is that there is no limit to income with Arbonne. There is no ceiling. There's no cap. The top income earner with Arbonne, she breaks her record every single month. And so there is no stop. So the more you work, the more you get. It's all effort based. So it's up to you. Common fears and hesitations. And I totally understand all of these. I had every single one. I'm going to read through them first and I'll go through them one by one. One, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't know enough people. What will people think, or what am I getting into? Well, let's start with the first one. I don't have enough time. Let me tell you, I was there. I was busy. I was burning a candle at both ends. I was frantic. I was, it was insane. But this is why this business is for you. If you are struggling with time, it is a business. It is work. And at the beginning, you're going to have to put in some sweat equity. I'm not going to lie about that. But it's a short-term sweat equity sacrifice for long-term time freedom. So, and what we do is, as consultants, is we lock arms with you and teach you how to put those 10 to 15 hours a week into the nooks and crannies of your day. And a lot of the things that you're doing right now can seamlessly, you can do Arbonne along what you're doing. You don't have to just stop everything you're doing and do Arbonne. A lot of what we do goes along with normal life. So we can go over how to find you time. I don't have enough money. Well, it's a business. This is a business about making money, and this is exactly why you need to think about getting into Arbonne as a business opportunity. One, we can teach you how to shop smarter and earn discounts, so your monthly outgoing is less. Also, with this business, you can make commissions immediately and build a team quickly and get into go through those ranks higher fast to start earning you financial freedom. I don't know enough people. If you are on Facebook, check out your friends list. If you look at your phone contacts on your phone, if you have children, what schools are they involved with? What organizations? If they're in sports, if you belong to a church, you have a community of people you know. And this isn't about going out and talking to 1,000 people or even 100 people right now. It's about finding a few people, and then they introduce you to a few people, and then they introduce you to a few people. The most people in my organization right now, I didn't know 5 years ago. I didn't know 3 years ago. Might possibly even know 2 years ago. Some people I met 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, and 6 days ago. So this business is about meeting people along the way. And so I don't know enough people. We can teach and train you how to find those people that you really do know that you might not think you do. What will people think? This one was a little bit tough because I had that stigma, that misconception about network marketing until I learned about it, that this is the best business model out there. Actually, it's not even a new business model. It's going back to tradition. 100 years ago, 90% of the population owned their own businesses. Only 10% were employees. And those 90% of own their own businesses, they had to network. They had to network with their communities to get customers, whether they were bakers or tailors or blacksmiths or they were farmers. They had to go out and network with their community so they could sell their wares or offer their services. Now, 100 years later, 10% of the populations are business owners and 90% are employees. So network marketing is just going back to tradition. And also, what will people think? I learned over the last few years is that what people think of me is none of my business. Really, what people think of me, it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with me. They're not paying my mortgage. They're not sending my beautiful girls to college. They're not putting food on my table. They're not paying for my car payments. They're not paying for my life. So, and if I listen to that little negative voice in my head about what will people think, I wouldn't be living an amazing life that I am today. And what am I getting into? You're getting into an amazing life. We are have the best community of consultants. We just got back from a global training conference with 18,000 just high energy, positive men and women from around the globe. And it's just, you don't find that anywhere. We are supportive. It's not like the corporate world where you're having to push your fellow employee, coworkers down. This business is all about locking arms and lifting everybody up with you. So what you're getting into is the most beautiful, high energy, positive, like-minded group of people that you're ever going to meet. And then dream big. This allowed me to actually finally dream big and actually realize that my dreams 5 years ago were actually pretty tiny. So my dreams are actually gone bigger now. And you are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. And that's very true. Nothing happens miraculously overnight. You don't wake up and something's new. the choices you made yesterday determine what happens today. And this question, like I said, this was a question that I was asked 5 years ago. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? And are you really okay with that? If you are making a great income, that is wonderful, but what sacrifices have you had to do to get that? Are you away from your family? And instead of asking, what if it doesn't work, ask yourself, what if it does? You know, what if just half of, you know, what you've just heard is true? What if you end up making, at MVP level only $10,000 after 10 years, a month? I mean, that is amazing income per month. So I want to go ahead and leave you with that here. I really enjoy presenting for you tonight, and I would really encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on this call to watch this video, and really talk about where you are in your wanting to get information about the business, whether you are just interested in possibly the products at this time, whether you are interested but you want a little bit more information. Maybe you want to experience a party, a little demonstration. You can invite a few friends over just to see what it's like. Or two, you're just ready to just jump in and go running with this amazing global multi-million-dollar business opportunity and see where it takes you. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then I'll open up to Q&A. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.